Okay, please don't walk in front of any cameras.
My horse's hooves cracked flintstone sparks across the dry bone trail. The moon was hid with tender clouds. The wind let out a wail. It swept right through my petticoats, across the craggy hill. It ricocheted down stony walls where nameless faces stilled. It blew and blew, electrified, and in moon's tawny gaze, I heightened up my vigilance. I rode as in a daze. Hell-bent I was for lightning's house. The man lay fevered, dying. My girls returned his stolen poke. They surely heard him crying. I rode real tall, as best I could, but hunkered in the cold. From Dublin, I was many things. That restlessness foretold what lay ahead. These hoary cracks of this is so and that. It wouldn't be the first of times I'd nursed a man who's flat. Raised with books, my English star, an Irish Catholic mum gave me the best of finer things toward my education. The language of those books did flow as water rushing by, cutting wide a chasm deep, silencing my cry. From far away, a night owl heard between the gusts of wind. It seemed to be reminding me I lived a life of sin. But I didn't mind. I'd been all things. A proper girl, you know. Married to the man I loved, till he'd lined them in a row for me to bed them down, each one to save his debtor's ass. And what of this? My own true love. It formed a dark crevasse. Berdan by name, he'd courted me and wooed me to his side. Said he, Maggie, your name is common. Be Molly and my bride. But money ran out, 'cause his folks found out a barmaid me he'd wed. When the chapel bells had rung, his bank account was dead. His desperation frittered love. It turned me stone inside. My heart had hardened in the act, as cold as was this ride. As indecision freezes you, and in between a curse to stay or go, how could I know these times could not be worse? I left him there, in New York town, to head a ways out west. I guess I could be paid for this, to have men at my breast. Cities, mining camps, and cow towns. I paid them all a visit. They paid me highly for my favors. My furs and jewels, exquisite. A lone wolf howled to match the wind as soaring timber rose. Across the ridge yet out of sight, my blood lightly froze. I'd 2 miles yet to go or more, a lot of time to think. I shuddered with the thought of things. I sure could use a drink. The men, we women of the West, some glittered like the gold, while others clung to everything and did as they were told. Oh yes, I have been sanctified. Forgiveness priests would not. My stallion foamed and powered on. I felt his wetted snot as when some Joe, real sloppy me, all gussied up in pride, tried to drive a bargain hard, paying 2 bits for his ride. The tree line watched as on we rode, as black-lipped teeth did reach to north and south and east and west. Someone will always preach. The shadow branches scolded me, they whipped and shook their fingers. I'd come to grips with who I am. the judging dare not linger, for I was liked. I cut above, stars falling in the sky. Apparently I had proved myself. I couldn't pass them by, 'cause I had seen an article, Gold Strike in Idaho. I didn't have to give that thought. Hell, I had to go. There'd been a mom and child afoot over the Thompson Pass. A blizzard drove the pack train on, but I was a plucky lass. It seemed the likely thing to do, to stay there by their sides, instead of leaving them to freeze to death as sheets of snow and wind collide.